Welcome, Canaanites, kindred, and other children of the night. We return to the court of Count Laorans of Troyes, vassal to Duke Etienne de Poitiers, in our French Malkavian Knight game. Our first concern right now is the fact that we have a bit of Masquerade to manage from our recent embrace, probably. The only way we can manage it at this time would be to kill people, though, so we might just have to sit on it, because if you have money, you can buy people off, but if you have no money, you have to kill them, and it is a big stress bite. You know what, actually, let's just do it. Let's take the stress. There is a small chance this makes our situation worse. Let's hope that that isn't the chance. Nope, we cleaned it up. But that's good. We did get wounded. One of the things about embracing, though, is it does give you some blood back, so we're going to blood heal. It's a 50% chance it makes us ravenous. It has made us ravenous. We could hunt, because hostile schemes we get 2. We'll just pick this guy right near the top here and hunt on him. Wait, I thought we got 2 hostile schemes. Shoot, that's annoying. The fact we don't get 2 I thought vampires got a free hostile scheme. I guess that was just something I imagined. I guess I just imagined that. Okay, well, we need to reset our embrace scheme then. Don't know why I can't find this guy now. Although he's right at the top. Let's just set this back in to play. I guess we'll just have to go without blood until we get him embraced. It should be fine. Hopefully that'll be fine. We are now almost in a position where we can try to... This is why we need a child with a decent skill. This is bad. The other stuff that people do is not bad, but this is bad. We barely have any secrets. The only secret we have is our hunting type at this point, I think. Yeah, that's our only secret, is that we seduce mortals for blood. Hopefully he gave that to a vampire and not an innocent. The Embrace. I have orchestrated events so that Anseau de Cayeux has fallen within my clutches. In a secluded place, he will not be able to escape. Shall I grant immortality, even if it means his damnation? Will he be grateful, or will he resent me forever? Did my sire have these thoughts? You know, your sire was a shit. Your sire just wanted you to suffer. This takes a lot, a lot of piety, but we have it. He is very choleric, which is hilarious because we don't need that. Let's do it. All right. We will do the middle. We will keep him close, but with some liberties. We don't want him to figure it out on his own, because we don't want him to be too rebellious, but we also don't want him to be basically a slave. Okay. Friendly child. Let's talk more child. We became friends. Oh, that's cool. I will, of course, exchange letters with her. We will go with etiquette again, because it worked last time. And education matters of faith. The first thing you must know, yeah, we'll have to eat this stress, because this keeps him on our path. This will put him... This costs money to do the same thing, I think. We teach him ourselves. It's fine. We'll take the stress. We will have to find a way to burn off stress. Oops. Well, at least we gained 50. She just doesn't like us. Tempted by humanity. It's not a big surprise that despite your teachings, your child has been tempted by via humanitas. It is, after all, the easiest road to follow for a neonate, trying to walk closely in mortal footsteps. You are planning to stage a grand show of faith by not interfering with humanity for the coming months as proof to your child of the truth in the matter. Or you could just let it slide. This is not good. See, the thing is, we don't have enough control, I don't think, to overcome that, which means our control will tick down. Ugh, the fact that our control will tick down is awful if we do this. I'm just gonna let him follow his own path, I guess. I don't really have much choice. I can't let the domain control tick down. It's just not something I can afford. I don't have any way to deal with this right now. I could check Building availability, I guess. Is there any buildings that I can build that create control for me? I mean, this does. Can it be upgraded at this time? It has to be 10. Is there anything else that gives me control growth? The reality is I can't afford any of these buildings right now. The other thing I could do, though, is hire a seneschal. They're a little bit expensive, but at least it's coming from money coming in instead of money I have to have available already. And I am going to war soon, which means I could use the extra control growth when I kick that guy out of his faction by conquering him. Because that's what we do. So we could give it to him, which just make money for him and make him better. It's just good at it. I mean... yeah, so we'll do that. I'm probably going to land him, though, which will just put an end to that. We get 2, even if they're poor in this version. Interesting. Okay, I guess we're going to pay this, this random dude. You know, if anyone is going to give us 2, basically, I could pick somebody who makes more sense, like our Toreador Knight here. Sure. Sure, I cannot afford that. Well, we're going to have to figure it out. Take that. Okay, it is time for your child to be formally presented to your court, or is it? This traditional part of Knight society is fraught with both opportunities and dangers, as your courtiers and vassals will certainly look for any weakness worth exploiting in your new protege. You could skip the whole affair, but this won't reflect well on you. Yeah, this is just prestige loss. And this creates random events. The presentation of your child at the court is going well. Nothing really out of the ordinary, except the apparently genuine goodwill he has earned from one of your powerful vassals. This small show of diplomacy can be leveraged to your advantage, either towards the vassal or your child. I don't care enough about this guy. I mean, he's going to be in his position for a long time, and he doesn't... I don't have... Yeah, we're going to make the child get opinion of me. Education at an end. You are no longer a helpless fledgling, but you are still my child. All right. And then we're going to immediately do some tyranny here, some classic vampiric tyranny. So this is him. We're gonna go, hey bud, guess what? You're going to prison. And you're like, why am I going to prison? Because I don't like you. Whew, he's a rival, that doesn't really matter. I have different ways of handling him while he's in prison. How is my tyranny looking? What I can say is, oh yeah, you look at it as the negative modifier on people. Oh well, we're not going to worry about that. Now that he's in prison, our choices are pretty clear. Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to decide what his fate is. We can torture him. I don't know why it's calling that one out. We can execute him. We're not going to diablerize him because it's against our faith. It's an active tyranny, so we'll lose a lot of opinion. Well, a little opinion. That's barely any opinion at all. The alternative is we could banish him. I think we're going to banish him. There you go. Because we banished him, we got his money. He is now gone. He can be our rival in the Wildlands. And we will grant this to our child, who will now take his position both in the domain and on the council. Well, there you go. There's some straight cold vampire maneuvering right there. Our first opponent on the council and on our domain is now a wild man. His money is in our pocket. And things are better for us than they have been so far. So this monthly growth is now at +1 because our neighbors are better. So we are going to use that as an opportunity to build a blood tax, because the blood tax will help us here. That will even it out. It'll take one development away, but it'll basically put it at 0, is what I'm saying. It'll take it from 1 to 0, which is what we're gonna have to do. Really don't have a choice about that. This guy has nothing to worry about because his position is really non-variable. The Seneschal is holding things together over the penalty, right? Yes, monthly increase is 1. That's good. We need to handle all of the people in our domain as well. There's just so much to do. And in addition to that, we need to go to war with this treacherous bastard. We need to actually check first, because our validation for war is that he is in a faction against our liege. We're going to go to our liege, and we're going to go to tell him, hey, we're going to host you as an honored guest, which is more or less just our way of saying we're going to have a chat with you in which we explain what our intent is. I'm going to begin swaying you as a long-term goal to get you higher on our side, and then I'm going to find someone to hunt, because we should always be hunting. So, we want to avoid people who say, and heard. We can definitely hunt you. Good. And with that, we're going to use those caballeros that the Toreador have granted us to declare a struggle clash against the treacherous vassal that is planning traitorous action against our lord. And we're just going to clean this mess up for him in our way, which is at the front of a column of men. This is important. If you want to make sure you're making use of your martial talent, like, you want to make sure you're leading. Usually you'll be the best. Especially if, like me, you have this. This makes it unlikely that you die in combat. Let's get in there. He doesn't really stand a chance against us. I'm pretty sure our forces are equal in knights, but they may not be. Deadly games. Isolde de Blaise is one of the most influential queens of love and certainly the most feared one. Below her thin veneer of grace and beauty lies a completely unhinged mind, devising the most twisted social games to be played at her court. You have recently received an invitation to such a gathering. Isolde would certainly take it personally if you were to refuse, but are you willing to endure the worst the Wild Rose can throw at you? I can't afford a stress break right now. I gotta take the fall because I can't afford a stress break when I'm out here leading an army. You can see these battles are very interesting. The levies basically they don't matter, they just get crushed. And the other things, especially the knights, do all the work. The knights basically do all the work. It's all knights. Let's just speed this up while we're waiting for the siege. All right. Oh, that's this guy. He is a Bruja who lives just a little bit south of us. Okay. He's going to come out and make another attack on us, but we are going to win it. He's probably going to just keep attacking us, and then we will oust him, increasing the size of our domain and getting rid of our liege's rival. All of my vassals seem to be on humanity. Vampires that behave like humans in order to keep themselves alive. We don't want them around, though, because they will hate us forever. Because they are too bad to ever be on my council, and in this version, once a seat on the council is minus 150. Meaning if you can't put them on your council, they're trash. We can hold one more domain. This, and this is a choice. This has Underworld influence, the city. So I guess we'd rather hold the city. Does she have any money? She does. Does he have any money? He does. But I still think the city is the best choice. We still have this guy as our priest, so he can just hang out there, and we're going to immediately false exile this person by making them imagine the horrors of our prison. And because they are just barons, when they think of the horrors of our prison, they will either go into the horrors of our prison, or they will go out of our domain. She's now gone. I now hold it. This is the guy we're feeding from. Sanguine residents. I probably should tag people for when my herd members die, so I can push people who are of good stuff back up there. It's a good way of maintaining this, but we don't have disciplines that will teach us that information. Our masquerade situation is good. Duke Etienne is still likes us. We have no real danger around us. If we look at our situation a little better than we did previously, this lady here, this young up-and-coming vampire, she is on the path of sin. What does that mean? It means that we probably, if we're going to expand our territory, we probably should be expanding our territory down this way. Actual sire, I think. No, the sire of her sire. So her grandsire is up here, and we would like to attack her because druidism is also a path of sin, which we don't like, but the problem with that is, of course, she is really strong. 7 champions and a bunch of levies. Now, mind you, most of her strength does come from levies, and levies are trash. We should try to figure out what we're going to do to make ourselves less trash. One of the things we can do is we can make men-at-arms, which we haven't. We built that low blood tax, which should help us. Can we afford to have a low blood tax down here yet? Popular opinion says... Not popular opinion. Control says... There's one base control here, which means it will remain stable. Also, there's some clergy influence helping out with that. Oh, it's development, actually. No, it's falling from development. So... we need the Thieves Guild to go away. To get that to go away, we need to get our control up, and getting our control up is just like usual. We send in our marshal and tell him to do it. Do we have a seneschal? Because having a seneschal can help with this. We did establish a seneschal. That's good. So, by the looks of things, I think maybe we try to take this. So she has 10 champions. We have 10 champions. I'm gonna guess her champions are better quality. I don't know if there's a way to tell that or not. If we look at her courtiers, we should be able to... Ooh, she doesn't have enough courtiers to represent her knights, which means some of her knights are these guys. Like, yeah, I think now's not the time. We need to establish our presence a little bit more, which means we need to start thinking about ghouling. The best people for us to ghoul are anybody who has a trait that makes them useful on our council, and preferably prowess, because we want to hope that they get some disciplines. Now, disciplines are random, especially when you're a Malkavian like us who has no physical disciplines. They usually don't even get any at all. Let's find out someone we want to hunt from, not from the children. Let's hunt from... I mean, if we hunt from younger people, we might be able to identify people who can stay on our herd longer. How old's this guy? 36? Okay, we will, he's not on my herd, is he? No, we will hunt from him. Let's see. So our best, he's still our best marshal. Well, hopefully we can find some people soon. And just to clarify, a ghoul is a servant of a vampire who has drank their blood to become more powerful, but remains somewhat human as well. Hunting, swaying, melancholy perk for silence of death. Continue down this line. We really need some phlegmatic, because we are not getting any phlegmatic experience at all. We're like 100% melancholy with a touch of sanguine. That ain't good. Because we got lots of good disciplines in there that normally we would be actually able to make use of, but now we can't. Alright, so these two have finally went to war. That was inevitable. I'm gonna guess that he'll eventually win. Neither one of them, well... is this guy, Duke Regis Andrew of Provence, who is her ally. He might help, but I don't know that he'll be able to. Probably going to be a long war, though. I mean, unless he makes some decisive attacks right at the beginning. He is also sanguine, so we will mark him. We really need melancholy, though. No, wait. Melancholy is what we have. What we need is phlegmatic. Let's see. Priest here should convert that. I think we've already done this, right? This is already a knightly domain. We should... We should try to, I think we're going to build men-at-arms. So looking at our men-at-arms list, we have armored footmen, light horsemen, pikemen. Let's look at our buildings. So the underworld influence doesn't affect anything, but I know there's military stuff in our original place. There's one military building in our original place. And it helps either spearmen or archers. I think spearmen are better because they are the counter to cavalry, which is a very strong unit that a lot of different people will use. Do we have any other bonuses to spearmen? I'm gonna guess no, because there's not as many bonuses in... Gotta get rid of this so that the click-through doesn't happen. In this version, skirmishers, control growth, spearmen, this building. It takes money away from us that we can't afford to lose. No, we literally can't afford to lose it. Not until things stabilize. So let's build spearmen. So let's build a unit of pikemen. And I'm going to just raise it twice right away, and then we're going to station it in the only logical place. And that's... Wait, did I not raise it twice? Or did I have more money than I thought I did? I did not raise it twice. There we go. That's what we wanted to do. So we'll raise it twice. Let it build up. Continue to hunt inside our domain. We are looking... not vampires. We don't want to hunt from vampires. Now, I did say before that I was kind of against... using the vampires to marry, but I could if we can find people of our religion. So our religion does marry. This is me. I'm like, wow, there's a super powerfully good leader who's also a diplomat, who's a Breton, and that's... okay, we're gonna go to here, and we're gonna go to... claims, religion, right there. And then we're gonna see if we can find somebody who's good at this. This French guy is the best one. He's a great knight, though. Realistically, he is the best choice if we're gonna marry her. What is he? He's a Nosferatu. I have nothing against them. I actually like them. He's kind of like sad gen, but he's not at the point yet where he counts as low gen, so that's good. I mean, she'll accept it. I was thinking maybe she'd be insulted by it, but I mean, we need the knight, so we're gonna do that. Yeah, I was thinking about it, and I was realizing that political marriages and positional marriages are something that you do when you're on Road of Kings, and this this solution seems like what I would call a good idea. Anybody? This Saxon lady? What's my current chancellor? I'm not gonna do that yet. We'll see later. We'll come to that later. Just improving one of my positions with a better knight. Oh, an equal knight, but who's around for permanently. Take Philippe out of the position and get him into it. You know, for a Nosferatu, he's not that ugly. I married a Toreador to a Nosferatu. That's there's a little bit of a canon weirdness right there. I seem to have done some weird. It's all right though. She doesn't like him. She doesn't have to keep him around. I mean, they're not real. They can just like, the marriage can just be fake if they want. I don't care. All right, it's not a love match. It's me using social power to bind him to my court through her. He's no better. He's no better. But he can replace the priest. But I don't want to replace the priest until I'm going to trash the priest. That's a definite truth. So there's that. One problem I've created here, though, is that I can't give him land, because if I give him land, his wife will stop being a knight because she'll move to his court. I should have thought about that. It's fine. It's fine. I don't have to land him. I can think about it later. I think we've... 2 wars. Kind of feel bad for her, actually, with 2 wars. That's not good. Her having to deal with 2 wars at once is seriously a problem. Oh, this guy's giving me a gift. He sees that I have someone who could replace him, and he's trying to bribe me. I'm okay with you for now, but I think you need to improve. Now, the whole struggle has caused everybody to just fight everyone, and now our big problem is going to be people are going to come over here and siege us. We don't want that. Do we have a successor? We do! He is a perfect successor. Wow! Look at that! Isn't that wonderful? Should my child die, that other guy can take over as the knight of the knighthood type that I created just for my child. I really need this to go away. It is gone away. Is this going up? This is going up. You know what that means? Blood tax. Yep. We need to... Okay, I'm not doing any of those. I'm okay because it gives me more money when I'm stressed, to be stressed for a little while. Oh, this guy's a problem. Let's see if we can get some marrying prospects in here from the rest of our guys. So, no, you're a kid. That's you. You're already married. You're already married. I can bring more people in for this if I have to. Can you bring me in somebody who can basically... I'm sort of looking for someone who, when I ghoul them, it would make logical sense that I would make them a knight. I'm asking for a lot, I am. But I also want an inheritable trait. No, I'm asking for too much. This lady is fine, so marry her. I may make her a ghoul, I may not. We'll see what happens. You are a monk, I'm guessing. You can marry someone for me. Let's see. There's nobody really useless. What about prowess? Can you marry someone for prowess? No, none of these people are worthwhile. Okay. Okay, I think that'll be okay for now. Look at the kids we've got here. He's great. He's the one I'm training. Hopefully he turns out good. Wait, I thought I was training this guy. Am I not training this guy? Oh. Well, that's going to be a complete failure for him because he is not going to do well now. What does he want to be? He's bookie? Could make him diplomat. That might give him a chance. And then we will, educate him ourselves. Change him to our faith and culture. He's a little old. He's a little old, and I'd wanted to do the training from him from the start, and I didn't do it. That's too bad. Well, in a few years, he'll probably be worthwhile. Hopefully. Hopefully we get good training on him. He's going to be a diplomat like me, which isn't the best, but it might make him a good candidate for replacing this guy. Don't think I have anybody who can do this, but I think I might have just pulled someone. Her? Yes. I'm just going to, because she's getting older, I'm going to ghoulify her right away. It's going to replace my hunting... Oh no. What did that replace? Oh, it replaced my sway on the Duke. So let's see. We've got these all lined up, which is good. This is all good too. I do want to hunt, so let's see. Let's actually pull more people in. Find mortals. These are pretty even right now. Clergy just has those unmarriables in it. I'm gonna use the clergy though. This is only enough to make 4 ghouls. I can only hold 3, so that's okay, I guess. New blood. What shall we do with them? I didn't even look at them. I just clicked the button without even looking. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to tell who they are anymore. It's not a thing right now. We're going to do invite to theological debate. This wants me to play nice with one of these people. So this... What is this? This is a Ventru, right? From Count Alexander's clan group. This is a Malkavian from the same house as me. What is his path? He's a prodigal, so he's humanity. I'm going to do the appealing to vassals. I don't want to work on that too much. We're not going to switch to this path. We're not switching to his path via Pyrrha. We're not becoming true faith. That's not a thing. But we will take this sympathy to heathens. Which is good. What is she? Geez, so many sanguines lately. Just mark you. I'm making this kid vengeful, am I? I mean, we wanted to be a diplomat. I don't think vengeful is good for a diplomat. No, it's absolutely bad for a diplomat. Deceitful. It's also bad for a diplomat, but I'm pretty sure calm isn't. Am I willing to eat this stress? Yeah, I'm willing to eat the stress. This is putting me in a bad position. We're definitely not doing that right now. So we want to stop. We don't want to trigger any bad events. I think we're going to hold in Elysium. Oh, I don't have 100 gold. Gold is somewhat of a concern to me. I mean, I'm trying to burn off stress. I had other uses for that gold, but whatever. That's all you can do. Friendly duel. This is two of my champions. I'm gonna go with the guy who doesn't like me as much. Theories. Tonight your Elysium is very interested by one of the latest facts coming from the mortals. As always, many vampires claim that they are the precursor of such mortals' ideas and inventions, but without any proof. This is an endless debate, but one quite good as an opportunity to present your own theories without any real risk of danger. About that. This gives me about a 50% chance to get some learning lifestyle, or makes me look dumb. Still the dice. There we go. So the council meeting. A council meeting is scheduled tonight, a classic occurrence in the vampiric world. This is the moment where your closest advisors will be able to speak their minds about various issues and how to deal with them. As their liege, it will be up to you whether to accept their suggestions or not, obviously. Yeah, I mean, yeah. We'll see what they say. So this, an average plan from an average chancellor. What does this do? No. No. Stupid plans get stupid responses. She's good, though. This might actually be worth it. That, I think, might actually be worth it. I only have 2 more goals to make anyway. Interested in a written conversation. I hope this letter finds you willing for a swift reply. More of these. I love these. We'll just click this. Money is indeed of no... What the heck? I mean... I would love to give her 5 prowess, but not for 500 gold. I mean, it would be a good plan if it wasn't 500 gold. We are not doing this. Everyone's unhappy. Business as usual. Your advisor's speech was sort of boring, but you still picked up some useful tidbits anyway. Intrigue lifestyles experience, because we are doing okay. Share war stories with him, see if he likes that. I only wish to continue exchanging letters. Please give me the 300. Thank you. Thank you for the 300. That puts us at true ruler, and we're getting close to writing history. Looking forward to writing history, because we're going to write an awesome book. It's going to be an awesome, breachy book. Masquerade be damned, we are going to write a book about how awesome our family is. Why? Because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Let me see. We're gonna finish these guys off. And I don't mean in the literal sense, I mean in the figurative sense. We are not ghouling anybody or doing anything else. Let's see what we have going on here for courtiers or other people that we might put into positions of power. Could put her in charge of the city. I don't lose much for it because this guy's just not that important. Yeah, we're not doing anything with him. Let's look at our knights. Do we have any mortal knights that would be really improved by a ghouling? Because I have 2 more I can do from my, like, cap. So, let's see. This guy, yeah, that guy's gone, though. He's not a person for reals. Oh, these 3. And then the next guy down is a 6. Do we have... Let's check to see if our last batch of mortals brought in any unmarried women. She's still around. I know there's a monk in here someplace. She's a monk. She's new. She's a monk. Wonder if we can find anybody with a good prowess with her. Good is relative. Alright, I'm starting to feel a little bit better about that. I'm going to save one of my ghouls for the kid. We have Sanguine now. Aw. That's great. So now that we have Awe... I don't want to do this. That would have been really annoying. Now that we have Awe, we are going to immediately try to befriend the boss. We want to become friends with the boss. That's important. We also want to maybe consider attacking this lady. She's so much stronger than she was the last time I looked at her. She has a bunch of mercenaries. She was at war recently, so when those mercenaries go away, things will be better. A shady discussion? I don't care about this guy. It's probably nothing important. I don't think I have the kind of dread. I don't think I have any dread anyway, I was going to say. Okay. Okay, things are progressing pretty well, though. This will all be in our control soon. Melancholy. Unseen passage. More scheme resistance. And find secrets progress. You know, we could do that for a bit. I mean, I'm probably protected enough that we could look for secrets. Right? You want to go and try your hand at looking for secrets down here in Aquitaine? Or at least what's left of Aquitaine? Kid, you think you can do that for me? This is a befriend. I should also be hunting. Just like you, I guess. Hunt from you. Great. I mean, I'll seek secrets in the heart of France once he's done this a couple of times. And we're friends now. One of the things you can do when you have a vampire who's your friend is you can use a big ton of prestige to get them to teach you disciplines you don't have. We're not going to obviously go through with this, but we'll just open it up. We don't have the prestige for this anyway. It's not showing me anything because I don't have enough prestige. Maybe that he doesn't have enough experience. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's a thing you can do. Wait, actually, I think I selected the wrong one. I think I selected me teaching him disciplines. That's okay. We'll do it later. So this kid that we're training, cynical will make him have more learning, I think, which is it's intrigue and learning. Isn't he already content, or is the other one? No. He's already content. He can't be content. Can he be content? I don't think so. Oh, this is trying to change. He loses cynical and content and becomes humble? This is so strange. I guess it's because he already had traits before I started? I don't know. It's very weird, though. This guy is... choleric. don't even have any choleric discipline points. I wish I did. And for now, I think we're going to leave Count Laurens behind. I think it's time to return to our regular lives. Yes, the development is very slow, but that is kind of the way it works with this mod when you're playing someone low down. There's a lot of time it takes to set up a good domain, to kick out all of the freeloading bastards who absolutely hate you because they think they deserve power that they literally can't handle. You know, there's still some more people we gotta throw out. There's still some more positions we gotta fill. Hopefully we get some events that give us some nice characters soon, or maybe somebody else will and we'll snatch them away. Presence can get good at that if we continue down that path for a while. Also, while I think Count Laurens believes that he is going to be serving Duke Etienne forever, the truth is eventually we're going to probably try to find some way to break out. It's going to depend on what kind of events we get, whether or not we change paths. Possibly we can break away from our religion. Maybe we can found a new Path of Kings that's like the Path of Kings version that allows Malkavians to be cool as leaders. Who knows? That's all for the future, things to think about. But for now, we're going to slowly build our power by grabbing counties around us, hopefully, and by establishing a council that will help us because all of these sieges from all of these wars that we're not even related to are going to keep crushing us. They're going to keep pushing us behind, and we're going to have to find novel solutions to get out of them, which I suppose is a challenge in and of itself. Goodbye for now, from Troyes in the Duchy of Poitiers.